Public Communication Services collect call from
Stephen Avery must have got hung up.
an inmate at the Calumet County Jail. The use of three-way or call waiting will disconnect the call. This call will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, dial 5 now.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. We're going to transfer you over there. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, are you there now?
Yeah,
All right, there we go. We got all the kinks ironed out. Sorry about all that.
that's okay.
All right, we're just going to get a mic check, so just count to 10 for us if you don't mind.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right. So I guess my first question for you is just how are you doing?
I could do better.
Yeah? I guess, what were your feelings after the hearing the other day?
That they're setting me up.
You still think, after hearing the evidence, do you really think that the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department or the Manitowoc County Courts would intentionally kill this 25-year-old woman?
Yeah, I won't put nothing past them.
So I guess how do you explain all the evidence? I guess, why your blood was found in several different places in the car. How do you explain that?
They put it there from my bathroom zinc.
And as far as the key and your bedroom and all of that as well, explain that.
Well, the key, the other ones, they couldn't find it to the third time, and Manitowoc County found it.
And what about, I guess, the burned body? They burned a body on your property and you wouldn't even know?
No, they didn't burn the body on my property. They burned it someplace else and planted it in there. That's all I can figure.
How do you explain that, though? How would they plant this evidence on your property?
Just by putting it there. They got more pull. They know when I'm home, when I ain't. All we have to do is watch me from the road. And they know.
And you don't think anybody else would have seen anybody strange on the property that shouldn't have been there?
No, not maybe at nighttime or something, or, during the day I'm always working. So then there ain't nobody home, next door neighbor. They're at work and at school.
How do you explain them getting her car, though, on your property?
That they could have drove in from the back. When a person ain't watching, he could drive right back there. It's all open.
Who do you think planted this evidence, though?
I don't know. The only thing I can think of is the old sheriff, Kazurek. That's all I can think of.
And why would they do something like this to you?
Well, they never did like the Averys, and he said that before, at the first case, that he was out to get me. And he told me, I got you now, and now I beat that case. Now they're going after with this one.
Who said he was out to get you?
The sheriff did. Kazurek.
But I know when we spoke a couple of weeks ago, you said that you thought that Teresa Halbach was still alive. After listening to the evidence in court the other day, do you still think she's alive?
Well, there's always a chance for that. The stuff what they found, I don't know.
They basically know that those bones that were found on your property are hers, though.
No, that's just what they say. I don't know that for sure. And I don't think nobody else knows that for sure.
Do you think this is a huge conspiracy? It seems a bit outrageous to be a big conspiracy.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because then, you got the governor and the senators, and they want that Avery bill. And maybe they didn't want that Avery bill too. And, it didn't take them long to close that out with my name. So I think there's something going on.
So you don't think this is just the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department? You think others are involved in this?
Yeah, I would think so. But I can't say who. Because I don't know. I said that would be kind of stupid for me to do all of this. And we got a crusher down there. I'd have burnt it and crushed it, It don't make no sense. I can't figure it out.
You would have burnt and crushed what? I'm sorry.
Well, if I would have did it, I'd have crushed her vehicle and that, and got rid of it.
Was that something that would have been easy to do on your property?
Oh, yeah. That'd have been real easy. Drive it down there and crushed it. Take the loader and pick it up, put it in the crusher, and that would have been it.
But I guess other than the fact that you think that they plan, you can't explain, I guess, how your blood was found in the car and the DNA and the key, and you have no idea how any of that stuff would have gotten on your property, or?
No, I don't know. The blood, I cut my finger. It broke open, and I had blood in the bathroom. And that was Thursday night. And when we left, me and Chucky, went to Menards. That's when I seen taillights back by me. But we came back, we looked, I didn't see nothing. I didn't look that hard. But then Friday night, Chucky went up north, and he seen headlights back by him. And he called me up, and I looked, and I didn't see nothing, but I didn't go through the junkyard. Drove through the junkyard and looked, which I should have.
So you're saying she disappeared on...
Call from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying, because she disappeared, or she was at your property on Monday.
Yeah.
And you're saying later in the week you saw headlights at the salvage yard?
Taillights first, and Thursday night, and Friday night headlights.
And that was after you had already spoken to police, correct?
They were down by me Thursday night or Friday. They checked out the trailer, but that was about it. It's all week. Monday she was there. I'd have had all week to get rid of all of that stuff if I did it. But see, I didn't do it.
And as far as the burn barrel and the pile of ashes, you hadn't put anything there in a while, you had said, is that correct?
The burner barrel, I haven't put nothing in, except for 2 cardboards of cases of soda. But I didn't burn none of that. I had a fire Monday night, but that was brush, and I think it was about 4 tires or something. And my nephew was with me when we burned that.
Do you think anybody else in your family might be responsible for this and is trying to set you up?
No. It'd have to be somebody from the sheriff's department, somebody who knows all about me.
Now, I know your one brother has been to court, but your other brother hasn't. What are their feelings?
Well, Earl knows there's something wrong. He said they're setting me up real good. But he's on my side, too.
As in Chuck's the one that's been in court, correct?
Yeah.
Why hasn't Earl been to court?
Well, at the time, one of them got to keep the business open. So Earl decided he'll keep the business open and Chucky can go.
I guess what are the chances, though, that they planted this evidence, you said, that they would be undetected, that nobody would see somebody on the property that wasn't supposed to be there?
Well, them chances are good because there ain't nobody down there during the day. I'm up at work almost every day. It's easy for her to come there. You come right down the field. There's a road, and then there's a field, and you're there. So it's real easy. Then you can go the other way to the pit hill, and that's real easy. Or in the back from there, from Redon's place, the pit. That's all open. So you ain't looking all the time down there.
And none of your neighbors had seen anything or anything unusual?
No, they're pretty far away. And plus the neighbors on the other side, behind me, they're all up in the woods. Their houses are in the woods.
Where do you think Teresa Halbach is then, if you had nothing to do with this?
I've been thinking about that. I don't know. I know somebody called and they seen her someplace, but they're checking that out right now.
But, do you agree that was her car on your property?
Well, from the photo, it looks like her car. But one woman, the family member, said it was a 2-door, and it's a 4-door. And then they searched my place, I don't know, 3 times. And then the Manitowoc officer said, oh, there's a key there. You know, and they searched that before, and it's out in the open. Then perhaps said it was hidden. Something don't make no sense.
When did they start? What days did they search your trailer?
I don't know. I have to look at the papers. I know they were in there a few times. And who carries one key? That's what I can't figure out. You know, where's the house key or what? I got a hunch they put it there because there's our extra set. Where's the other set?
Do you think Teresa Halbach is still alive?
I'm praying for that. Because if somebody can find her, then she can come back and I can get out. You know, and then I'll be free again. Instead of sitting here for something I didn't do.
Don't you think it's strange that there's all this DNA evidence pointing to you? How do you explain that?
There ain't much DNA evidence coming back to me except for what's in her car and her keys. And that's easy to plan it down with the cops. You know, how hard is it to go in my place and plant the key, but then they get lucky because there was blood. I broke myself open again on the bathroom, and there was blood there, and they got lucky. That's where I think they got the blood. Because Friday morning, when I got up and took a shower, it was gone. I didn't notice it no more. No, I didn't pay no attention to it.
What was gone Friday morning? The blood was gone?
Yeah, it was all cleaned up. Because Thursday night, when I went with Chucky to the Menards, and I come back, you know, I didn't go in the bathroom. I peed outside, you know. So, but then I went to bed. But that's when the night that I seen taillights. And maybe when I came back and took the flashlight and looked around, maybe they were in my house, where I didn't go in there. And I was just looking for a vehicle. Because we left again then.
What time did all of that happen?
Huh?
Do you know what time that was that all that happened when you saw the taillights Thursday night?
Probably between 6 and 7, somewhere in there.
And it wasn't a car that you recognized or anything?
No.
How far away were you from the taillights?
By then the road, but we were turning. And that's when I seen the lights, the tail lights. But I seen him for a minute, then he went out. I didn't see no headlights. I didn't see the tail lights. And that's why I told Chucky to turn around and let's go look. So we turned around, and Chucky pulled up by Barbara's place, my sister, and I got the flashlight on the flatbed and I looked. But I only looked behind the trailer and behind the property line there, by the trees there. That's as far as I went. Because then I came back. Because me and Chucky and Blaine, we went to Menards then.
And how far is where Teresa was, where she took the picture of your van, to where her car was found? How far is that? Where is it, I guess, on the property?
Where I'm staying, and my sister, it's on the other side, the opposite side of the yard.
Is there an access road to that opposite side of the yard, or would somebody have to drive past your residence or some of the main buildings to get that car out there?
Well, no, you can go from the back way. You know, from Redon's pit. It's all open. You can drive right straight through there and get back there real easy. You know, almost anybody can go back there.
I mean, you said there was some brush on top of her car and other car parts. Do you know where those other...
recorded?
Well, the way it looked, yeah, there was some branches, and I think a hood was there that I seen on the picture. But see, all the vehicles are in the pit are older ones. And the newer ones are on top, between my house, my sister's, and the yard. Them are all the newer ones. That's where all the new ones go. don't put new ones down in the pit. That's why it would have been out of place.
But it wasn't in the pit, right? It was up above. Is that correct?
The new stuff, her vehicle, I guess they found, was down below. It was a little ways from the crusher in the corner where we crushed.
I guess you wouldn't have noticed the car on the property that didn't belong there?
Well, that week I barely went down in the pit. I mostly was working in the garage that week. You know, taking stuff out, and transmissions out, and motors out, and stripping tires, so they can get ready for the crusher, so we can crush them.
And so nothing had been taken out of her car as far as a motor or any of that stuff?
No, not from the business, no.
So you never saw her car on your property other than when she showed up to take a picture?
Yeah, that was the only time.
Would anybody else have seen the car down in that area? I mean, this was, on the news for a couple of days before they found it, that someone else in the family might have seen the car down there?
No. Well, my brother and his friend, they were down there rabbit hunting and they didn't see it. And that was during the week. So it had to happen. Somebody put it down there between Thursday and Friday or Saturday morning. Somewhere in there.
Okay, so everything you're just saying was still planted. You can't really explain how any of that stuff got there.
No, I can't. How can I?
What do you want people to know, Stephen?
Know that I'm an innocent man. All of the evidence don't make no sense.
What doesn't make sense? Which evidence don't you think makes sense?
Well, the key, my blood in her vehicle, and it's only... I was never in her vehicle. So how would my blood get in there? The only thing I could think of is a cop or somebody who knows me or whatever is trying to do me in, because with all that money coming in.
Yeah, I guess they put that lawsuit on hold for now. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it was only on hold for, I think, 60 days or something, until we can figure something out.
Yeah, what are your plans for that? How is that going to be handled with this criminal case pending?
I don't know if I really can't talk about that yet.
Do you feel as if you'll be exonerated from this crime as well?
I should be. I don't see why I should be convicted for something I didn't do. I ain't that stupid.
And I'm going to ask you, did you kill Teresa Halbach?
No, I did not.
You had nothing to do with her disappearance?
No.
And you have no idea how any of her belongings, like her camera and her, I guess, a cell phone and stuff, ended up in a burn barrel on your property?
No, I don't.
And you never did anything to try and hide any or cover up any sort of crime?
No, I never covered up nothing. Everything I did in my life, I always managed to it. But I can't admit to something that I didn't do. And this don't make no sense. Why twice in a row? Why they picking on me twice in a row? Because they didn't get me the first time, but they got me the first time. I did 18 years. Now they're trying to get after me again. Maybe, I don't know, it's got something to do with politics or something. I don't know. Maybe they ain't got enough money to pay me. I don't know. That's what I can't figure out. But I know I didn't kill Teresa. That's one thing I didn't do. And that's the honest God truth.
Did you help cover up a crime that maybe somebody else committed on your property?
No, I would never help nobody. I won't take no fault for nobody. If it was family, I won't take no fault for them. But I know they didn't do it, because I worked up there every day.
And other than those tail lights on Thursday night and Friday night, nothing else was kind of out of the ordinary on your property that week?
Not that I can think of, no. It was all normal. I don't know if they were watching me for what that whole week. But everybody knows what I do. I go to work, and I come back home. I talk to my fiance. She calls me.
Why would the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, why would they take the life of this woman who has her entire life ahead of her to set you up?
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
I don't know. I can't figure that out. Why would they take a life? If they did, I don't know.
If they did, so you're not convinced that she is dead, even though her death certificate has been filed and the remains that have been identified so far are most likely hers. I guess there's a 1 in 1 billion chance, that those are hers. But that's her.
I don't know. When it don't make no sense, I can't tell you. There's always a chance. I can't put that out of my mind. There's always a chance that she's alive. And if somebody's seen her after that, and it is her, then where do they stand? If I was locked up already and somebody's seen her, well, that should put me out.
You're saying someone has seen her? There's been a sighting of her?
Yeah. But somebody's checking on that.
Where was the sighting?
I guess around, I don't know, Brown County.
Do you know when this happened?
Yeah, sometime in November.
Was she fine, or, was she held up somewhere?
No, she was in a place of her business. But see, that's all I can say right now, because I don't trust the cops. So we'll have to do this on our own to find out.
You hired a private investigator, your family has, is that correct, or no?
Yes and no. We got one for a little bit, and he's checking into that.
So you're saying did someone call your family and tell you that they saw Teresa Halbach, or?
Yeah. So we had a few people. My mom got a call too one time, and she was supposed to be at the Maribel Caves. But then the lawyer and the state investigator, they couldn't go. They wanted somebody to ride with them, or they were afraid or something. So they called the police station down here, and they were supposed to check it out. But I don't think they checked it out or nothing. That was earlier.
What, right after she had disappeared?
I think a little while after that. And somebody called by and said that she's cold and she didn't know where she was, and that she was all right. But
You think Teresa Halbach called your mother?
no, some old woman must be around that area or something. I don't know.
Well, why didn't this woman help her?
That's why I can't figure that out either.
Do you know this woman's name?
No, she didn't give no name. That's why it was kind of fishy.
So she called your mom and she said what again?
That there was a woman, it looked like Teresa. It was Teresa at the Maribel Caves or something. That you're supposed to have someone go down there and look. Or call an investigator or something. Something like that, anyway.
And you don't know how many days after she disappeared that this happened?
I can't remember.
So, the whole thing, I guess, you think it's still all just a big setup?
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be. You know, I've been minding my own business and doing everything good. And then all of this happened. You know, I go up north. I take my mom north because she had to clean some chickens up there. And if I would have did something, would I be going up north? I wouldn't be talking to the police. I'd be gone. But see, this don't make no sense.
So what you're saying is if you had committed this crime, you would have handled things completely differently than the way they're saying that you have as far as hiding evidence and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. You know, they had all week. You know, they said Kraft, I think, said that she never left the property Monday. Well, they had all week. You know? That's why it don't make no sense. I got all week to clean up everything. You know? You come down to it.
Well, playing devil's advocate here, what do you have to say to people who'd say, well, he wouldn't try to cover it up because then everyone would definitely think that he did it? By kind of leaving things out in the open, you know, I guess maybe makes people think, you know, you would hope he would have covered things up a little bit better.
No. I wouldn't have did nothing. I didn't know nothing. You know? I think when people watch it in the courtroom, they know there's something wrong. You know, the way they were talking and everything else, and they got to know it's got to be a setup.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Because I don't want to hurt no people. You know, I ain't that way. I'm a good person. I just want to be, you know, left alone and leave with Manitowoc. I just want them to leave me alone. You know, they hate the Averys because they've been in office. You know, they keep up and they keep up. That's all they do.
So why stay in Manitowoc County after you've been exonerated from the first crime?
Because you need money to leave. And I didn't have none. I only had a little bit what I got. And I bought my truck with that. And I helped them at the yard till the lawsuit was going to be done. Then I was going to leave.
So you had plans to kind of start all over again?
Yeah. Yeah. Get married, my fiance and that, and go and live happy. That's what my plan was. And have a couple more kids. And she wanted to have a couple kids yet, and we'd be happy together. But I never come that far.
Is there anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Avery?
I wish somebody would come forward with all of this so I can get back on with my life. I want people to believe me because I am innocent.
So even despite all the evidence, you think, I mean, because some of the evidence, do you agree, is incriminating against you?
Well, not really. If they put it there, it might be hurting me a little bit, but there's always somebody going to know something who put their blood there. Even when they testify with the lab, she come in there and she got the keys, but that vehicle was open already. How'd that vehicle get open before she got there? You know, maybe they put the blood in there at that time. I don't know that. Who knows that? See, that's why I can't figure out.
I guess people just don't understand how the car got on your property to begin with then.
Yeah. Then it gets to the lab, enclosed trailer. Then she got there the next morning, and the vehicle was wide open. The doors were open, the back was open, and that was supposed to be all locked up till she came. See, that's why it's hard to believe. You know, why is this all of this gap in here?
think there's holes in the prosecution story?
Oh, yeah. All the way. Even they had a hard time talking on that stand. And that one woman was doing the DNA testing. It looked like she was was crying a little bit or something. You know, there's something wrong.
Which woman, the blonde woman or the one with the dark hair?
The dark hair one.
The forensic anthropologist.
Yeah.
The one that was analyzing the bones.
Yeah.
Do you think those are Teresa Halbach's bones that they found on your property?
I don't know. With her doing the testing, it looked like she was going to cry, or she was a little crying. I think there's something wrong. Maybe she knows there's something wrong. I don't know. I just don't know.
But you can't pinpoint exactly how or when any of this stuff was planted.
No, I can't. The only thing I could think is the first time when I seen the taillights, that'd be Thursday night. And they were looking for a spot to plant it or something. I don't know. That's what I can figure out.
So is it just that one night was the only night that there was something suspicious going on the property?
Yeah, plus Friday night. And I was down by Chucky.
Where is that in relationship to where her car was found?
That was just, you figure Chucky, then all you have to do is go straight, go down the hill, and down in a corner. So if you go from the highway, go right straight, you'll run right into it.
So it would have been easy to plant evidence on your property?
Well, yeah. Well, even Friday night, all you had to do was go down the road and park it there and cover it up. Then leave. You know, because Chucky's gone. He's gone up north. And Ma, when it gets dark, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, she goes to bed. So she don't hear not when she's sleeping. So it could have been Thursday night, Friday night, or Saturday morning.
Because when did you go up north?
I went up Saturday morning. I picked up my mom, then I picked up Brian, then we went up north.
Did you have any problem with those searchers looking on your property, though? Because I guess your brother gave them permission to search, correct?
Yeah.
You had no problem with them going on your property that day to search?
No. Well, if you're going to hide something, you won't let nobody on there. You know, the cops come or detectives come. They wanted to look in my house, too, where I was staying. I let them in. I said, sure, you come on in. I don't care. They looked around, and then they left.
And that was which day?
It was Friday, I think it was.
Okay, can I put you on hold for a second? We're going to switch tapes because our tape is running out. So
Yeah.
just hold on 1 second while we switch tapes in the camera, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Just bear with us. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
So you said on Friday, you believe it was Friday when police came?
Yeah, like Friday afternoon.
That was the day that you got a lot of media attention that day, right?
Friday?
Yeah, Friday. I know you spoke with one of our reporters here on Friday.
No.
Right?
No.
No?
No. No, because nothing happened till Saturday.
Right, but she was reported missing, I think, Wednesday night. No, Wednesday or Thursday night. I think it was Wednesday night, and then Thursday, did police come to your house? Because Friday, I think, one of our reporters came and talked to you because that was when they had connected that your property was the last known place she was.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't think I talked to nobody Friday. I don't know.
But you talked to us again, I believe, over the weekend.
Well, that could be, yeah. I talked to a lot of people on the phone.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
No, I don't don't think I talked to nobody Friday, except for them 2 cops.
And so you let the cops search your house on Friday, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, they went through it.
And were they cops from Manitowoc or Calumet County?
I think from Calumet.
And what did they say to you when they came that day?
I don't know. I think they asked me if they could look in my house. If there'd be a problem with that or something. I said, no, you can come. Just follow me and we'll go down there and I'll let you in. And I let them in. I was with me. And they looked around and they opened a few doors and that. Stayed a little bit and then they left. Because then I went back to work.
And so they didn't check the property for her car that day at all?
Well, the property's all open. But they were down there before I got down there.
Down near where her car was found?
Well, down by my place.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm staying. They must have looked around. I would imagine they did.
Right.
You know, most of the time, I lock my front door. But my back door, I leave open. You know, because I'm only up by the yard anyway. You know, most people go to the front door and check it. So I lock that one most of the time. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do. But the back door I mostly leave open, unless I go up north or whatever.
So they would have had easy access to your property is what you're saying, or your home?
Oh, yeah. 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 Almost all the time. Anybody could have walked in the back door. There was one time that I smelled smoke in the back bedroom there. And I asked my sister about it. And my mom. And they didn't know nothing about it. And my sister wasn't in there, but somebody was in there smoking. And I don't know if that was that week or when. I don't remember.
Gotcha. So the only thing that you can, I mean, as far as explaining how any of this got, is that it's all planted evidence.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say 100%. Because if I didn't do it, somebody did.
And you don't think anybody in your family is responsible for her death?
No, no. But I'm with them almost all day long. Because Earl goes home at 5 o'clock when the business closes, and his wife is home and his kids are home. And Chucky sometimes, work late, otherwise go home, eat supper, and maybe sometimes come back and work. But Ma's always there. If he was going to do something, he's got the loader and everything else, but there ain't no way they'll do that.
Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's about it.
Okay. Well, I thank you again for talking to me, and you have my number.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
If you ever want to talk again.
Yeah. I hope something comes out of this.
Do you feel like you'll be exonerated?
I should be. But sometimes the law ain't the law. They push the law to the side. Innocent people go to prison. And a lot of them do. Maybe I'll go there again. I don't know. But I hope I don't.
How will you handle it if you have to go back to prison?
I don't know. For something I didn't do again, it's going to be hard. And I don't know if I want to do it like that. I'll probably take the easy way out. Because I ain't going to suffer again and have my family suffer again. That's too hard. They're going to keep on picking on me. I might as well just say, forget it. The death penalty, I guess. I don't believe in that either, but I'm not going to sit and do a life bet for something I didn't do. The Justice Department should be able to know that and figure that out and do investigation. Or the FBI. Figure what out what went wrong. something went wrong. I think that's all I got to say mostly.
Okay. Thanks again for talking to me.
All right, thanks.
And call me if you ever want to talk again.
Okay then.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.